Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first ever NXT Takeover in your house. We are literally in your house, ladies and gentlemen. So we have a big night for you guys tonight, including a big NXT Takeover main event. Carmelo Hayes takes on Bron Breakker for the NXT Championship, even a Triple Threat Unification match here in Orlando, Florida. And to kick us off right now, it is going to be Toxic Attraction challenging for the NXT Tag Team Women's Championships. And for Mandy Rose, she will be challenging for the Women's Championship later on tonight. Or I should say, she'll be defending the Women's Championship against Saray later on tonight. So we'll see if Toxic Attraction will be walking out with all the championships by the end of this pay-per-view, ladies and gentlemen, or, you know, maybe they'll just hold one championship, or maybe not hold any championships whatsoever. Mandy Rose keeping her championship in the back. I don't blame her. She doesn't need to have it out here. She's just here for moral support here for Gigi Dolan and JC Jane. But now, everything's about to get iconic here, as Peyton Royce and Billie Kay make their way down to the ring here. And, oh, hold on a minute. Is that who I think that is behind Peyton Royce and Billie Kay? Oh, it is official. Yes, Emma has made her return here to WWE. A fellow Australian with Billie Kay and what else. But this is awesome. Emma is back inside a WWE ring, returning here to NXT. And it looks like of some sort. I don't know the official thing, but she's official here in NXT, but with the Iconics. You can't beat that. No better way to return. We all know Emma's a former Raw Women's Champion here in Universe Mode history. Very long time ago. It's been about let's see, maybe 6 years, I would say, maybe 6-7 years, if not longer. But Emma was a huge part of Monday Night Raw, and it looks like she will be accompanying Billie Kay and Peyton Royce into this women's tag team match. And with that, the numbers games went from a 3-on-2 to a normal 3-on-3 right now. So possibly no shenanigans going down here. Mandy Rose may not be able to, you know, help out Toxic Attraction with this numbers game, and they're not obviously in their favor anymore. There's your NXT Women's Tag Team Champions will be Billie Kay and Peyton Royce be walking out still your Tag Team Champions, or will we see Toxic Attraction become the new Women's Tag Team Champions? We will be finding out here in mere moments. A huge return here for Emma, ladies and gentlemen. We do not know how big that's going to be here for the NXT Universe, ladies and gentlemen. This is a woman that's, you know, helped the women's revolution grow from, you know, barely getting any TV time whatsoever to what we see now today, and love it. As JC Jane with a big kick to the side of the skull off that springboard second rope maneuver. And this is what Billie Kay cannot want right now. She's being taken out, and now JC Jane going to look to continue it. Big knee strike to the head and chest area there. And JC Jane all fired up, and I don't blame her. You got to stay on the women's champion here, as here we go. There's still one count, so we'll see if JC Jane can continue this maneuver here. So Billie Kay with a big punch to the face. Here comes Billie Kay. Oh, big snap suplex there. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a big night in store for you guys. Legado del Fantasma, they will be defending their tag team championships against the Grizzled Young Veterans. The Grizzled Young Veterans did win a number one contenders matchup to become the new number one contenders. And, you know, another member of Legado del Fantasma, Santos Escobar, he is going to be in a Triple Threat Unification match where Santos Escobar looks to become champion. The other two gentlemen in that match are champion. We are unifying the North American Championship and the Intercontinental Championship. So the current Intercontinental Champion, Karrion Kross and Cameron Grimes, will be unifying their titles, and there can only be one winner tonight. And one winner will be walking out with both of those championships around their waist. Cannot wait to see how that's going to fare for one of those superstars. It'll be a hell of a match. Like we mentioned, Mandy Rose takes on Saray for the NXT Women's Championship later on tonight as well. The United Kingdom Championship will be defended, as well as Jordan Devlin. He will be taking on A-Kid later on tonight. And John Moxley, Chris Jericho, they made their return about a month ago. They're going to actually be in action against each other in an Extreme Rules matchup. John Moxley showing Joe Gacy recently here on NXT how dominant he can be in an Extreme Rules matchup. Also later on tonight, Christian and Grayson Waller going at it. A veteran going up against a young and up-and-coming superstar known as Grayson Waller later on tonight. And then also big stipulation matchup, Triple H takes on CM Punk. If Triple H loses, the Punk Society has to disband. If Triple H loses, CM Punk gets a NXT Championship match anytime he pleases. So we got a big stack night for you, ladies and gentlemen, from head to toe. Plenty of big marquee matches are coming your way. And like we mentioned, this is the first time ever we've gone to making a NXT Takeover in your house, ladies and gentlemen. A pleasant old school pay-per-view shown here in NXT, and Triple H going to the well with those old school type of pay-per-views, and I absolutely love it. Nothing wrong with, changing up the variety, different pay-per-views, different type of matches, whatever it is. It's awesome to see a different change in variety here. Now Gigi Dolan looking to continue to work on Peyton Royce right now. Is Emma there in the bottom right-hand corner, right there for support. Emma, if you guys are just tuning in right now, Emma just returning here. We have not seen her for about 6-7 years now. And it's crazy to just absolutely see her. I mean, she, like we mentioned, former Raw Women's Champion. She's done a lot here in the Women's Universe mode, and fortunately for her, she's been on a long hiatus. She has not been here in WWE for a very long time, and the landscape has changed so much. As Gigi Dolan is rubbing it in the face here right now with everyone here tonight here in Orlando, Florida. Very close by here. As big boot there. The sold-out crowd is pumped up about this, and Billie Kay coming right out, right into this ring and beating the living crap out of Gigi Dolan. Changing up the trajectory of this matchup as now Billie Kay looking to fly here. Axe handle takes down Gigi Dolan. Can Billie Kay keep this up, keep the momentum in the corner? In the corner of the Iconics pinfall too, but there is a rope break. The right leg there, Gigi Dolan keeping her in this matchup momentarily. Now Peyton Royce going to make her way inside this ring. Let's see if she can get something going for herself here. And now Gigi Dolan thrown over the top rope. And if you guys didn't know this already, this is Royal Rumble weekend. So if Peyton Royce were, for example, to obviously just have thrown Gigi Dolan over the top rope, Gigi Dolan wouldn't be eliminated. Royal Rumble is going to be tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen. A big pay-per-view coming your guys' way. Lives will be changing. We may even see NXT women's superstars in the Royal Rumble men's or women's side. So, gotta keep an eye out for that. It's gonna be a tremendous looking pay-per-view, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot wait to see where it goes. As Gigi Dolan throwing Peyton Royce all the way down the other side of the ring. Gigi Dolan knows that she needs to finish Peyton Royce. As now taking out Billie Kay. Hey, perfect opportunity. Take this and make this a 2-on-3 matchup right now. So obviously the number games obviously are full together. Iconics knew that, with Mandy Rose being there at ringside, that she could definitely change the matchup. And it looks like they got a fellow superstar, Emma, making her return here to NXT. I cannot wait to see where this is going to go here in the near future. As Peyton Royce with a fisherman suplex. Not going to go for the pinfall just yet, though. I mean, Jacy Jayne seems like she is knocked out, or was knocked out momentarily. Come on, ref. Hey, come on now. I understand both teams aren't really fan favorites for the most part, but come on now. I mean, Peyton Royce does have up to a 5 count until she would be disqualified. As now here comes Billie Kay looking to get herself some action here. Big boot knocking down Jacy Jayne. Could that be enough for the Iconics to retain tonight here in the first ever NXT Takeover in your house? 2. Very close to a 3. 2.9 right there. I don't know how she was able to kick out of that. They're chanting women's wrestling, and you gotta absolutely love it. These women are going to war tonight. They know how marquee this match is now, and obviously with the return of Emma to the women's division here, this even adds more, prestige and more class, I guess, with Emma returning. As Billie Kay now gonna, oh my goodness, spike that left knee into the mat. That is not gonna be feeling too good. As the Iconics have been dominating these last couple minutes here. If Jacy Jayne wants to get back into this matchup, she needs to figure something out, get a tag or something. As look at that maneuver there from Jacy Jayne. Looks like Jacy gonna do the right thing, gonna get that tag to her partner, Gigi Dolan. Both women have been very impressive when it comes to being in action as of late. That's a big takedown there of Billie Kay. Gonna go for the pinfall. Could this be enough to put her away? 2.5. She could literally probably taste that NXT Women's Championship. But now she has to keep on fighting if she wants to get that championship around her waist. And now another tag. Gonna tag in Gigi Dolan. I think it's a little bit too soon to be tagging her in just yet. At least in my opinion. But I mean, these women obviously know what they're doing. I'm just a color commentator here. As now Jacy Jayne springboard off the top into an enziguri, taking down Billie Kay, and she has Billie Kay right where she wants her. She's telling Billie Kay to get up to her feet, but Billie Kay doesn't even know where she's at momentarily. She's brought back up to her feet here. Oh, and this is such the viciousness, the velocity on those strikes. This is not what you want to be taking right now in this type of matchup right now. Oh no, Jacy Jayne looking to just dissect the middle of that back and even the arms and legs. Oh my God. Message being sent there from Jacy Jayne, and now frequent tags here from Toxic Attraction trying to get those championships around their waist here for the very first time here in NXT. As Gigi Dolan with a beautiful powerbomb maneuver there. And now just going to stay on the attack. Let's see how much more Billie Kay can sustain in this matchup. Probably not much more, to be honest with you. There's now Gigi going, having some troubles here, wasting too much time. Now Billie Kay fighting out of it momentarily, though. And now Billie Kay going to turn to the other side of this match. If the key point in this matchup, it has to be definitely Gigi Dolan not knowing what she wanted to do at that time. That left knee gonna definitely have some significant damage right now, and Gigi Dolan is in trouble right now. Oh, that beautiful forearm strike, and look at Billie Kay yelling at, making fun of Gigi Dolan, saying, "Oh, that was way too easy." And the Iconics might be getting closer to be putting away this matchup. With that snap suplex, now Peyton Royce going to get tagged into this matchup. You got to think of all these women in this matchup. They're going to be definitely on their last levels here in terms of just all these women have taken so much damage. Because the Iconics, instead of trying to put her away, she's just making fun of her, just kind of laughing at her. And no referee. Oh, wait a minute. Jacy Jayne trying to help out her partner, but a flying cross body there. Peyton Royce doing it at the right time. Super kick in the midsection right to the ribs. That could be enough to put her away. Could it be? 2? No, 2.5. As now, can she get a tag? Yes, she does. Jacy Jayne gets her tag in this matchup. Can Jacy get something going? A big boot. Big boot there from Jacy. Pinfall. 1, 2. No, 2.5. So close. And now Jacy Jayne has to decide what she needs to do. What does she have in store? Oh, wait, Jacy Jayne gonna go after Emma for some reason instead of staying on Peyton Royce. This match is gonna break down here. And now Royce going after Gigi Dolan. Jacy, I was gonna say it was all breaking down here. It's still breaking down. We've seen this a lot lately on all 3 shows, NXT, Raw, and SmackDown. And we all know Emma can't fight back or she will get disqualified. I mean, honestly, it would help out her team, and I mean, obviously they would lose by disqualification, but they would still retain the championships. As we are now at a 5 count here, and now, thrown right into that corner. Now at a 6, Gigi Dolan still out of it. JC Jane looks like she's going to go after Emma. Both of these women need to get back inside the ring here. JC Jane not deciding what she wants to do. Oh, Mandy Rose being tossed in the middle of that ring. We're at a 9. Oh, Mandy Rose inadvertently in the ring there because she was tossed in there. Then Peyton Royce lays out JC Jane. Is that it? 2, 3 it is. The Iconics retain the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships and a hell of an opening contest, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of back and forth action. The Iconics were able to fight off Toxic Attraction, and Emma definitely has to love it, but we have to find out what the affiliation with Emma coming out here with the Iconics is. Will we find out tonight on the next episode of NXT? Hopefully we'll get a answer later on tonight here on Takeover, but if not, maybe down the line. But nonetheless, a hell of a women's tag team match to open us up. Billie Kay and Peyton Royce showing you guys why they are the women's tag team champions. Emma absolutely loving that. Can't wait to see where this will be going in the near future between the Iconics and Emma. And now we have ourselves a NXT Tag Team Championships, and now it's for the Tag Team Championships in the men's division. Here's what young veterans won this opportunity recently to become the #1 contenders and to be next in line to face Legado del Fantasma in your house. And tonight, will these gentlemen be able to knock off Legado del Fantasma, or will Legado del Fantasma continue to be very impressive here as the Tag Team Champions? We know for Legado del Fantasma, Santos Escobar will have a championship matchup later on tonight, part of that Triple Threat Unification match. Will Santos walk out of championship? We'll have to wait and see. But now here comes Legado del Fantasma. And there they are, ladies and gentlemen. It's always weird to see him in a suit like that. The other one in the wrestling attire, but all of his wrestling attire must be underneath his attire there for Mr. Wild. And this arena is very different, and I definitely like the feel of it. I know it's very, very different as well. And that's what you like, a little spice it up. Not always have the same, pay-per-view look. Change it up. And NXT obviously being, rebuilding, you could say, with what the roster has, and a lot of rebuilding, but you're seeing a lot of the veteran superstars making their way back here to WWE with the likes of Chris Jericho, Jon Moxley, Christian Cage, and so on and so forth. And now we saw the return of Emma earlier on tonight, and like we mentioned, hopefully we will be hearing from Emma, maybe not tonight, or at the following NXT, but down the road on, why she was here tonight with the Iconics. Iconics, hell of a win tonight. Once again, congratulations. But now we have the prestigious NXT Tag Team Championships on the line tonight. James Drake, Zap Gibson are your challengers right there. They have to go through Legado del Fantasma. Can they do it? Raul Mendoza and Joaquin Wilde. We'll see how these two gentlemen are going to be faring in a true title defense here tonight in NXT Takeover in your house. We got a sold-out crowd here, and you're probably thinking, "Oh, well, yeah, because you're in a smaller NXT arena." That's not the point. It's all about this talent inside this ring that builds this product. What draws you to be here, ladies and gentlemen. They put their blood, sweat, and tears into this building. You see your fan favorites night in and night out. It's a springboard elbow, a glancing blow to I believe this is the back, if not the neck area. Able to take down Mr. Zach Gibson here. Because now here comes Mendoza. You need to stay on Gibson here. Gibson, very talented young man in this tag team. Very cocky, confident. They're coming from NXT UK. Like we mentioned, a lot of young and up-and-coming superstars from the NXT UK have been merged over here to NXT. And we'll be seeing a lot of NXT UK superstars here on NXT within the coming weeks and months. So we'll see how that's going to fare for the tag team division. And a true tough test tonight for Legado del Fantasmas, Raul Mendoza and Joaquin Wilde. And so far, so good for these gentlemen. Good back and forth matchup so far. As now, a big elbow to the middle of the back. And I mentioned this before when we've had the superstars trying to stand up and they hit an elbow right on the middle of the back. You got to assume that how that back is starting to straighten up and you hit an elbow there, that's not going to be feeling too good. Because it's going to do a lot more damage compared to maybe sitting down or, just taking the elbow. At least personally, like I said, I'm not a wrestler, so I don't know how it feels, but you would think mathematically or just in general that, it would be more damage in that situation. As now Zach Gibson looking to go to work here, stomping on that hand right there on Raul Mendoza. But look at Mendoza trying to keep themselves in this tag team matchup right now. Possibly feeling it slip away as Mendoza with a beautiful drop kick right there. Can you see the absolute height on that? Mendoza with a moonsault. Very impressive lucha libre style we're seeing right now from Mendoza. 2.5. Mendoza wants to keep this up right now if he wants to walk out still your NXT Tag Team Champion. Now look at these big punches from Raul Mendoza going to work here on James Drake. It looks like Raul's going to get his other one half of the Tag Team Champions right behind him here. Or get tagged in here. Here comes Mr. Wilde. Big forearm sweep. And look at, he's just rubbing in the crowd right now. Here comes a tag. Here comes James Drake. Oh, springboard. Big forearm strike. Takes down Joaquin Wilde. James Drake wants a fight. He's going to get that. Now James Drake with a vicious backbreaker. And we're going to see a very, very different styles from Legado del Fantasma and Grizzled Young Veterans. Grizzled Young Veterans are going to be more that British technical wrestling, very brutal to the point. But Legado del Fantasma is going to show you that lucha libre style. Show you guys why they're one of the best tag teams in the world today. As here comes Legado del Fantasma trying to get themselves back in the matchup. Joaquin Wilde trying to do his best to do that. So look at this powerbomb incoming. Oh my goodness. Bad boy looking real good. And with the rebuilding here of NXT, a lot of new tag teams have joined the mix. We've seen that recently as the Revival, Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler of the Revival made their return here recently. We've seen a new tag team known as Hit Row here on NXT as well. And even we're going to be seeing the Creed brothers. They're going to be here more on NXT as well. They were recently in a fatal four-way matchup with the Grizzled Young Veterans. Pinfall. Will this be enough? Ooh, able to kick out just before the 3 count. Now, obviously, you got Grizzled Young Veterans, like I just mentioned. And, there could be more tag teams going to be spurting up here and there. But, it's just absolutely crazy. The tag team division starting to spew up. We're also going to be seeing, tag teams from NXT UK starting to come over here to NXT. So, this NXT division is definitely going to be growing, ladies and gentlemen. You got to love that. It's not going to be oversaturated, but there's going to be plenty of tag teams to try to build up here. Oh, I thought he was going to hit him with that super kick. Springboard, Enziguri to the back of the skull there. Now Raul Mendoza literally running in circles. Going to go for the pinfall. James Drake able to kick out. Zach Gibson still in the ring. Surprised they didn't try to break that up, honestly. As Wilde getting tagged into this matchup one more time here. As inverted DDT. Whatever you want to call it, very effective, and it could be enough. And a big stomp there at the midsection there. Legado del Fantasma has the momentum here momentarily. Can James Drake get themselves back into this matchup here? James Drake realized that he was being tossed down the corner there and was able to stop himself. As package powerbomb there. Beautiful maneuver there from James Drake. He may want to get a tag, though. As now into the corner we go. Nope. James Drake again just not wanting to go into that corner. James Drake going to try to get over Zach Gibson as much as he can while basically toying with him right now. He should be staying on him, but he's going to allow Zach Gibson to get tagged into this matchup. Oh, going for that roll through. Gibson catches him and attacks that left knee. And we're going to see that very technical side here of the Grizzled Young Veterans right now. We're going to try to get those tag team championships for the very first time ever here. And look at Gibson. Oh, beautiful suplex there. Definitely a lot of damage done there. As now Gibson going to drag him halfway across the ring, it seems. Here we go. Pinfall attempt. Will this be enough? 2. Oh, so close. 2.5. Gibson cannot believe it. But he needs to stay on the Legado Fantasma if they want to win this tag team matchup here. Uh-oh. Gibson, a big maneuver. Oh, what a kick to the face. That honestly could be it. Imagine. 1, 2. Oh, Grizzled Young Veterans. Just by a millisecond. Hopefully we'll get another camera angle from what we saw. But Grizzled Young Veterans are your new NXT Tag Team Champions. We didn't get another review of it. You have to go back and watch it. But this young and up-and-coming tag team knock off Legado del Fantasma here on NXT Takeover in your house. What's the future going to be look like as these guys are your new champions? And now we get to see Chris Jericho and Jon Moxley in an Extreme Rules matchup. These guys have gotten very, very personal very, very quickly. So about a month ago, ladies and gentlemen, here on NXT, we saw in the main event where Grayson Waller would be in action, I believe against Bron Breakker, if I remember correctly. Grayson Waller picking up the win. But after that matchup, Christian Cage would come out to attack Grayson Waller. And we figured that was going to be it, but we were not done there. Chris Jericho would attack Christian Cage, send a message to the NXT roster saying, hey, I'm back. And we were not done there. Jon Moxley makes a shocking return as well and attacks Chris Jericho. And Jericho's, mentioned that, hey, it was no love lost between him and Christian. It was, wrong place, wrong time. But when Jon Moxley attacked Chris Jericho, it was on for a unsettled rivalry there, as there is Jon Moxley, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what the Mox Man can get done here tonight. He has lost to Chris Jericho one-on-one before. We'll see how Jon Moxley fares tonight in this big Extreme Rules matchup. If you guys missed the open challenge we recently had here on NXT, Jon Moxley had an open challenge in an Extreme Rules matchup. He wanted to show Chris Jericho how extreme he can be. He did that. Joe Gacy accepted it, and Moxley ended up defeating Moxley defeated Gacy in a hell of a Extreme Rules matchup. As here we go, Moxley and Jericho. Extreme Rules here. Oh, nice one night suplex there. And Chris Jericho wasn't even supposed to be on NXT. We were told that he wasn't even supposed to show up, so he made a surprise trip from his Fozzy concert just to come over here and attack Jon Moxley on the last Wednesday night episode of NXT. It's crazy that when we see this type of stuff. And Moxley all fired up right now, saying no to Chris Jericho right now. And the Mox Man going to work here. And another suplex just to try to take down, like we mentioned, Extreme Rules matchup. We said this before on the Wednesday night episode of NXT. There's a lot of times in Extreme Rules matches where they don't use weapons. They like to use the outside just in general. Throw them into the barricade. Maybe expose the turnbuckle pad. Maybe run up the stage a little bit, something like that. Or, maybe hit a low blow or that type of stuff. But there's a lot of times where you don't see the superstars use actual weapons. Look at Jon Moxley with a crossface here on Chris Jericho. Imagine how that would feel for Chris Jericho if he taps out to Jon Moxley here tonight. Obviously, Chris Jericho's more known for his submissions compared to ever Dean Ambrose, or I should say Jon Moxley, formerly known as Dean Ambrose here. And now his springboard. Oh, going for that drop kick. Moxley moving out the way. Gonna go for the pinfall. Could that be it? No, just a 1 count. Chris Jericho is not going to be an easy man to put away, ladies and gentlemen. One of the best wrestlers in the world today. He's been showing it here on NXT ever since he's returned. It's 2.5, and Jericho has had Moxley's number, but this is a different Jon Moxley. And we're going to see a weapon introduced. Ooh, sledgehammer. But luckily for Jericho, or I should say for Jon Moxley, Chris Jericho wasn't able to use it. And Chris Jericho 1 second away from getting hit with that sledgehammer. As both of these men going to war here on this in-your-house grass, as turning him inside out. That brutal lariat. And here comes Moxley again. These devastating punches right now. And now we're getting on towards the ramp here. And we're going to toss him right into the steel steps here. Moxley back in the ring. There is no count out, no disqualifications. These guys can beat the living crap out of each other as long as they want to. As long as we get a decisive winner here in your main event, or one of your big-time main event matches here on NXT. Main event tonight's Bron Breakker defending his championship against Carmelo Hayes, but this type of matchup is definitely could be a main eventer of any show. Down the road, it's a big sledgehammer strike right to the ribs there. But for Jon Moxley, he's not going to favor it whatsoever. It doesn't phase Jon Moxley. He can sustain a lot of damage and withhold it as well. And now Moxley, big old suplex there, right on this ramp area. This is not going to feel good, and a vicious knee as well. And look at Moxley eating this up, trying to get the crowd behind him. And look at Jon is absolutely loving being back here in WWE. Oh, he's even flipping off Chris Jericho. I don't think the cameramen were expecting it, or normally it'd be blurred out, I think. As Jon Moxley tossing him right into that plexiglass that we have here. Oh, big chop here from Jericho. Trying to fight back in this matchup. But Moxley, oh no, Moxley thought he had him, but that instant to the back of the skull there from Jericho. These guys are going to war tonight, and ooh, that grass is not going to be feeling good right now. Chris Jericho trying to bust up Moxley right now. I don't know if that's going to be the best idea, honestly. Oh, a DDT, and he just did what he wanted to do. He busted open Jon Moxley. And usually for Jon Moxley, he sees the sight of his own blood. It's going to be game over for his opponent, because that's going to piss off Jon Moxley even more. Now Chris Jericho going to head into the ring. He knows he's dominated this last couple minutes. He's literally busted open Jon Moxley. Oh, but right to the ribs. That changes the trajectory of this matchup. Moxley getting very dangerous with that sledgehammer. Right to the end there. Now Jericho with a hell of a sledgehammer shot. Here comes Jericho again, looking to put some more damage in. It seems like Jericho wants Ambrose to get back inside this ring. And Jericho's like, you know what, screw it, I'm coming back out here for you. It looks like Moxley wanted to make sure he threw him in there when he wanted to. As both of these men have been beating the living crap out of each other. Jericho with a big reversal. Oh, that spinning elbow. We've seen that before here on NXT. Is that it? 2, 3. Yes, it is. Chris Jericho has defeated Jon Moxley in an Extreme Rules matchup. Chris Jericho has been on a roll ever since returning here to NXT, ladies and gentlemen. And especially with 2 big wins over Jon Moxley. You definitely could say the hottest superstar since joining here to NXT in the terms of between Christian Cage and Jon Moxley so far. You gotta definitely expect that Jericho, with the wins he's been picking up as of late, have definitely helped him out. That spinning elbow out of nowhere. Look at this from another angle. And that's right to that open cut of Jon Moxley. And Chris Jericho picks up a big win here on NXT, ladies and gentlemen. What is going to be next for Jericho? Are we just getting started between himself and Jon Moxley here? Wait a minute. Wait a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Wait, that's That's formerly known as Daniel Bryan Danielson. We have not seen him for a good little bit, ladies and gentlemen. A former WWE champion, ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Bryan here on NXT. What is Bryan Danielson doing here at NXT in your house? This been one of the best WWE champions we've seen here in series history. And now being here in NXT, the roster continues to get bigger and bigger, ladies and gentlemen. And now, he's not even waiting. He's not even waiting. He's coming right after Jericho. No questions asked. Oh my God, right into that plexiglass. Bryan Danielson is not playing around, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, right into the barricade as well. What is on the mind here of Bryan Danielson, formerly known as Daniel Bryan, the kendo stick now, just beating the living crap out of Chris Jericho. Welcome back, Bryan Danielson here on NXT, and he's not done yet. Oh my God, man, this is not what I was expecting tonight here. Man, Bryan Danielson, if you would have told me that tonight that he'd be returning, I would have told you I would not believe you. Crowd chanting, "We want tables." I don't know if they're going to get this. Daniel Bryan, newly known as Bryan Danielson, taking it to Chris Jericho right now. Coming out here fast, making a big impact here on NXT Takeover in your house. And now he's got himself a table. What is he going to do with that? It's not every day you see a man like Bryan Danielson make his return here to WWE. Right there on the table, ladies and gentlemen. Very vicious maneuver there from Bryan Danielson. Oh, now he's gonna set up the table. He's setting up the table in the corner now. What in the hell is on his mind there? Chris Jericho was just in a hell of a matchup recently here against Jon Moxley, and now he's having to deal with Bryan Danielson making his return to a WWE ring. And now, not through the table. Oh my God. Face first, ladies and gentlemen. Not every day you see something like this. This is just absolutely crazy. And now, we've seen this before. Formerly known as the Yes Kicks. Sending a message to Jericho. Oh my God. And tell him he's wiping off Chris Jericho, ladies and gentlemen. This is not something I was expecting here tonight whatsoever. And it seems like he's not even done yet. And now, Daniel Bryan, oh my God. Jericho may suffer major damage here. As look at this. Big flying knee right there to Chris Jericho. And we still have plenty more in action, ladies and gentlemen. But Chris Jericho taken out here by Bryan Danielson. Jericho, I don't think you ever learned, man. You think it's going to be that easy to take down a man like Jon Moxley? You are in hell of a situation now. Because now the newest member of NXT is Bryan Danielson. And I am no longer helping out Triple H run NXT as well. Well, Triple H said I want to be helping out these younger talents on the screen, and I told him that, you know what, no hard feelings, but that's what I want to do. Triple H said, hey, that's fine, do what you got to do. So I recruited Jon Moxley, and I recruited Bryan Danielson, and welcome to the Blackpool Combat Club here in your house. Wow, that is some crazy news, ladies and gentlemen. Is it official? William Regal is no longer helping Triple H. That means Triple H is going to be running NXT definitely by himself. But also, Bryan Danielson is back here in WWE, a part of the NXT roster. William Regal has made a faction, a stable here on NXT with Jon Moxley and Daniel Bryan, known as Blackpool Combat Club. So, and if you make a stable between those two gentlemen, between Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson, I mean, there's no better stable you could think of at the moment than those guys. And NXT's roster is becoming stacked by stack each and every single week and month now. NXT is being grown by the cerebral assassin, the King of Kings, Triple H. And it's gonna just continue to grow. You gotta have faith in that man. And talking about faith, this man, your NXT UK champion, Jordan Devlin. A lot of people do not love this man whatsoever, has no love whatsoever from this crowd, but Jordan Devlin only cares about one thing, and that is himself. And he is your United Kingdom champion for a reason. And for Jordan Devlin here recently on NXT, A-Kid was supposed to be in action, but we didn't get to see that. A-Kid was scheduled to take on Wes Lee, so A-Kid would, try to get a match, get some momentum heading in to his pay-per-view matchup, which is right now. But the Irish Ace, Jordan Devlin, had something else up his sleeve, attacking A-Kid and sending a message to him. And the question is, will Jordan Devlin be able to walk out still your United Kingdom champion? And is A-Kid 100% after that beating he got from Jordan Devlin? Both men sustained damage there, but the question is, who's going to walk out with that United Kingdom championship, ladies and gentlemen? Plenty of big-name superstars have held that championship, ladies and gentlemen. The question is, will Jordan Devlin still hold that championship, or will we see a new reign as United Kingdom champion? We are mere moments from finding out. The crowd is absolutely ready to see this, ladies and gentlemen. A-Kid is ready, and so is Jordan Devlin, your current United Kingdom champion. And there's your NXT United Kingdom champion, Jordan Devlin. A very cocky, confident young man. He's able to talk the talk and walk the walk all at the same time. This man's one of the best we have here in the NXT roster at the moment. And this NXT roster is becoming very stacked with, obviously, the return of Bryan Danielson to a WWE ring now. You got Jon Moxley, Bryan Danielson, part of Blackpool Combat Club with William Regal now. It's just, there's so much going on here in NXT. You gotta love it. And I'm sure after Triple H is done dealing with CM Punk tonight, depending on whatever happens in the result tonight, he's going to definitely be ready to put his focus back on this NXT roster. As now Devlin about to get pinned here. 2.5. Devlin almost pinned within 5 seconds of this match getting started. And A-Kid was going for a springboard maneuver, but Devlin was a little bit too far away for him to even hit that maneuver. Not too far away, but just enough to be able out of the way. As now the A-Kid looking to go to work here. Big Russian legs for taking down Devlin. And oh my goodness, I was going to say a moonsault, but that was like a 450 in the air by A-Kid. It's not like every day you see a maneuver from an A-Kid like that, or just in general from any superstar. Almost like something you see from like maybe Ricochet or something, but damn, that's a very impressive maneuver that we saw. As Devlin now trying to change the trajectory of this matchup right now. That was a big kick from A-Kid. This NXT UK Championship important to both men. Obviously very important to the United Kingdom Championship holder right now. As now, here we go, pinfall attempt. Will this be a... No, just a 1 count. And Devlin have to going back into his repertoire of maneuvers, trying to see what he needs to do that A-Kid has not seen in his moveset. It's just a brutal forearm strike from A-Kid, and A-Kid, oh my god, what a gut buster there. I was going to say, Devlin is in trouble. I mean, he is busted wide open right now at the moment. Oh, Glasgow kiss. Oh wait, into his finisher. Is that going to be it just like that? 2. 3 it is. Jordan Devlin gets busted wide open, but he's able to get himself right back into it and hit his finishing maneuver. The Irish Ace shows you why he's your United Kingdom champion, ladies and gentlemen. What a matchup between Jordan Devlin and A-Kid tonight. May have not been the longest match in the career, but the highlights we've seen in this matchup so far, it was a good back and forth matchup there for a couple moments there. I thought A-Kid was going to be able to maybe steal a victory and become the new champion, but Jordan Devlin showing you why tonight. He is your NXT United Kingdom champion. Beautiful. We're going to see another angle, just in case you didn't like that angle. 1, 2, and 3. Look at that blood just dropping down the face there, right in between the eyes of Jordan Devlin. He's your champion, like it or not, ladies and gentlemen. This guy is the future of the United Kingdom Championship division. And now we are in time for some action here between Christian and Grayson Waller. Christian, ladies and gentlemen, a WWE Hall of Famer. Plenty more in him left-wise. That's why Triple H brought him back. He talked to him, hey Christian, what's going on? What are you feeling? Do you still have some more matches in you? Do you have one last run in you? Christian said, hell yeah. So he brought him back. And you know, it's very weird that Christian, Chris Jericho, and John Moxley all came back the same night. You know, they didn't have to come back that same night, all at that one time, but it is what it is. And we've talked to Christian multiple times about Chris Jericho, you know, attacking him, and he said, hey, I don't have time to deal with, you know, that stuff between himself and Chris Jericho. He had his sights on Grayson Waller. Everything else happened, but he wants to, you know, show that this NXT brand is going to be run through him and not the likes of Grayson Waller. You know, growing up watching Christian, he's, especially with him and Edge, you know, growing up, just like them growing up as a tag team, and then eventually they would go their separate ways and everything like that. But, you know, Christian had a very underrated run in his first time here, and obviously here in Universe Mode, we've seen Christian recently, you know, helping out his buddy Edge, and you know, that was Christian was even in a match against Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins would win against Christian, but I mean, you know, this is a different type of Christian Cage. This is not your friendly, you know, being there for anyone. This is you know, looking out for himself. Early 2005, 2006 Christian. But now he's going up against a man that has a ton of momentum at the moment, and that being Grayson Waller. This guy's an absolute stud inside that ring. And you got the veteran versus the, you know, the young and up-and-coming superstar right now. It's something that you wouldn't expect here in 2022, but this is what we're getting. Oh, look at Christian. Christian has him up. Oh, big face plant there. Takes down Grayson Waller. Waller needs to get something going here. Oh, look at this. Springboard clothesline. Takes down Christian Cage here. Oh, going for that standing moonsault there. Christian Cage is able to get those double knees up. Christian is a veteran for a very, very good reason, ladies and gentlemen. He's had plenty of matches in his long career. Plenty more matches than Grayson Waller ever had or ever will have. So we'll see how it's going to fare for Grayson Waller tonight. He's going to have to dig down deep and defeat Christian. As now Christian going high risk. Oh, Grayson Waller catches him. And now Waller, springboard, going for the cross body. Misses out there. And now Christian Cage is going to try to go to work here on Grayson Waller again. Over the top rope Waller goes, though. You know, Christian Cage wants to get him some more here, but referee's saying, hey, you stick in the ring. I will go count him. Now going for that basement dropkick. Grayson Waller coming back in the ring, but Christian way too much early on. Spinning heel kick misses, and now Waller gonna go to work. Pinfall. 1, 2. Ooh, so close. 2.5. Oh, and a big kick there from Waller. And now he needs to stay on Christian right now. Uh-oh. Grayson Waller looking to fly here. Waller, beautiful moonsault, but he misses it. How do you mess it up? He was so close to hitting it, but somehow he misses it. I don't know how much more both men can take damage-wise here. As Grayson Waller, here we go. No, sit out, powerbomb, pinfall. 1, 2, 3. Grayson Waller with a massive win in his young career, and his stock continues to rise here on NXT. Good back and forth matchup. Waller was able to, take the big punches there of Christian, and for Grayson Waller, like we mentioned, his stock is going to rise after this matchup, defeating a legend in the business like Christian. It's not easily done, but Grayson Waller gets it done tonight here, ladies and gentlemen. Big win for Grayson Waller. What's next for both men here? As we have plenty more to come here on NXT Takeover. This NXT roster's talent has been very, very good tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as Toxic Traction makes their way down the ring. And you can see that Toxic Traction are not have the NXT Tag Team Championships because they did lose tonight's opening bout as Toxic Traction lost to the Iconics. And now we'll see if Mandy Rose can retain her NXT Women's Championship as she takes on Saray here in mere moments. Mandy Rose recently won that championship about a month or so ago with the new change here in NXT. And so far, so good here. We'll see how she's going to continue to grow here on NXT as your NXT Women's Champion and grow Gigi Dolan and JC Jane. And now here comes the ever impressive Saray. A lot of women could, kind of shy away from this opportunity, and the numbers game is going to come to hand certain times, but Saray has done plenty to play mind games with Mandy Rose and keep her very, very unbalanced. So we'll see how tonight these mind games and everything else is going to come to a head tonight here in this NXT Women's match tonight. And for Toxic Attraction, yeah, they're going to be frustrated, but they need to keep their eye on the ball. They have plenty of time to, get those championships around the waist. It's not going to happen right away. At least most of the time, 90% of the time, there's times where, there's maybe 10% or less than that type of thing where you get that special opportunity and you're able to capitalize. But there's a lot of times where you're not, and you just gotta, capitalize on certain opportunities. And Saray, big fan favorite here tonight, here in Orlando, Florida, the home of NXT Takeover in your house. Will Saray win her first ever championship here in WWE, or will Mandy Rose continue to be your NXT Women's Champion? Saray seems like she's ready, ladies and gentlemen. A big, big night here for NXT Takeover in your house. Mandy Rose eating this up as well. Referee kind of eyeballing Mandy Rose with a kind of pissed off face for some reason, but nonetheless, maybe Mandy Rose said some bad things to him, but whatever it is, we have to move on to this big NXT Women's match between Mandy Rose and Saray. The NXT Women's division is growing by the day, ladies and gentlemen, and I cannot wait to see where this division is going to go. Referee ringing that bell. Here we go. Mandy Rose versus Saray for the NXT Women's Championship. As Rose from behind takes down Saray early on. For both women, they've had plenty of matches to get ready for this big championship matchup. The question is, are they actually ready? They've had different skill sets, and different skill sets that they've had to deal with in certain matches as well. So we'll see how Mandy Rose fares with a woman like Saray. Oh my goodness, that arm is not going to be feeling too good. And now Saray being turned over, little way of a Boston Crab here, turning Saray inside out. Is Saray going to tap? No, she's not able to show off the strength of her legs there. and gets herself back in this matchup, maybe momentarily. We'll see if she can continue to do it. As now, big suplex dropping her on her head and neck area. Is it Saray's time, ladies and gentlemen? Is it time for Saray to become the new women's champion here on the very star-studded NXT roster? Saray looking really good here. Well, I was going to say she's keeping her own here with Mandy Rose, but Rose show Saray why she's the better wrestler, at least at this moment. And now Mandy Rose, big flying elbow to the lower back there. And yeah, look at this is Mandy Rose for you, ladies and gentlemen. The absolute disrespect here shown to a great wrestler like Saray. As now Saray going to connect with a beautiful suplex there. And now Saray is going to try it. All she has to do is just try to get back in this matchup, get things rolling here. Big clothesline. Here comes Saray. Those big clotheslines off the rope now into a big flying drop kick. Takes down the champion, and Saray's all fired up. Will we see a new champion? 2. Oh, so close to a 3 count. You could literally taste it. As now Saray staying on the offensive here. And again, that beautiful stomp to the midsection. She is not letting Mandy Rose recuperate whatsoever. There's a lot of times where superstars will not, stay on their opponent, and that helps out their opponent get back in this match. That's beautiful Hurricane Rana from the #1 contender. Mandy Rose is in trouble right now if she does not get something going here. In the corner now. Oh, big reversal from Mandy. Can she get herself back in this matchup? And, just like that, she does. Pinfall now. 1, 2, no, 2.5. So Ray stays in the matchup, but for how much longer? Jumping knee strike, vintage Mandy Rose. And for sure, this has to be it. 2, 3 it is. Mandy Rose took a lot of damage, but she was able to dish out just enough towards the end of that matchup and put away Saray. Mandy Rose showing why she is your NXT Women's Champion. And you gotta think, she's continuing to grow each and every single week on the microphone, in this ring. And she's showing Jacy Jayne and Gigi Dolan how to be a champion. Beautiful back and forth matchup. Right there, that knee, a jumping knee strike. Mandy Rose continues to dominate this women's division here in her short reign here in NXT. What is going to be next for Mandy Rose next here on NXT?
She was so committed to walking out the winner. I'm not sure anything could have stopped her.
I am very grateful to be back inside of a WWE ring for a long, long time. I've been gone for 5, 6, almost 7 years. I've been working on my craft, working hard on the independent scene, but I'm officially back and I'm officially signed to the NXT roster here. Triple H gave me a call, was asking if I was interested in making a WWE return, and I thought I'm in the best shape of my life and the best time for my return would be now. So I told him, I'm ready whenever you need me, I'm here. He flew me out here to NXT Takeover in here in Orlando, and I'm officially back. And with me being back here, I'm not going to be waiting in line, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be coming for that NXT Women's Championship. I am a former Raw Women's Champion. I have not forgotten how to wrestle at the top of the top. And I'm going to show that by right now, I'm calling out Mandy Rose to have a one-on-one non-title match here on NXT. The reason why I joined the Iconics tonight is I will always have their back. They're longtime friends of mine. And yeah, are people asking, am I together with the Iconics? Yes, I will be joining the Iconics. Wherever they go, I go. And we are going to be taking over NXT for a very, very long time. I'm going to see you guys Wednesday night, and I'll be seeing you Wednesday, Mandy.
Look who's here.
Awesome to hear from our girl Emma talking about what her intentions are. Yes, she is with the Iconics. Where they go, she goes. So that's a very interesting way that we're going to be seeing, as there is CM Punk with Ilya Dragunov. And for CM Punk, this could be his very last night with Ilya Dragunov. This is the Punk Society. They still have Karrion Kross's background there, which is very interesting to say the least, with Karrion Kross leaving CM Punk and the whole Punk Society. CM Punk wasn't too happy about that, challenged Kross to a matchup, and Kross won against CM Punk. And Ilya Dragunov still with CM Punk. But the question is, by the end of this matchup, will there still be a Punk Society? Because if CM Punk wins tonight, he gets the NXT Championship match whenever he pleases. But if Triple H wins, CM Punk and the Punk Society have to disband. So we'll see how this is going to go, ladies and gentlemen. CM Punk versus the cerebral assassin, the Game, Triple H. Big stipulation here. Ilya Dragunov, he's kind of going a little bit down at the moment ever since being with CM Punk. At first they were very, very good, but Ilya Dragunov, he's kind of lost the last couple matches that he's been in. So, and I'm not saying that this for Ilya Dragunov is a bad thing. You're gonna have moments in your career where you're gonna have losing streaks and everything. Like, you just gotta learn how to deal with it. As there's the King of Kings, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the phenomenal shape this man is. There's not going to be too many more matches in this guy's career. And this could definitely maybe be the last one of his whole career. You never know. And it may be here in the NXT area that he is helping grow. We heard from William Regal earlier on tonight saying that, hey, I told Triple H that I want to be back on the screen helping wrestlers. And Triple H has said, hey, I totally understand it. Do what you feel that you need to do. You know, Triple H has plenty of other, agents and producers in the back. William Regal was, formerly known as the general manager. They were kind of splitting duties to an extent. Triple H was more the general manager now, but William Regal was still helping out behind the scenes and everything. William Regal didn't want to do that anymore, talk to Triple H, and it was able to get out of that. And William Regal has formed a club, a Blackpool Combat Club, that features Bryan Danielson, the return of Bryan Danielson, and Jon Moxley with William Regal there. So it is going to be very, very interesting to see where that Blackpool Combat Club is going to go. And if you guys remember at Survivor Series, it was Triple H, Kevin Owens, and I want to say Damian Priest. It was at least in a six-man tag where it was CM Punk, Karrion Kross, and Ilya Dragunov taking on Team Triple H, and Team Triple H ended up defeating CM Punk's team. So we'll see how it's going to be faring here tonight between CM Punk and the Game, Triple H. Referee ringing that bell. Here we go. And normally a matchup like this would be your main event of the evening, but you still have an NXT Championship matchup. You still have a Triple Threat Unification matchup still to come tonight. As look at the Game with an STO looking to send a message to the best in the world, CM Punk tonight. Does CM Punk get a championship whenever he damn well pleases after defeating Triple H tonight, if that were to happen? Or does, with the Triple H win, unfortunately with the Triple H win, CM Punk has to disband his group here. As look at the strength and power of this right now. Triple H is getting up there in age, so is CM Punk, but this is still impressive. Look at this. Big suplex there to CM Punk. And now here comes Triple H, these big side punches to the side of the skull of Punk. CM Punk's had some big matches in his career, especially here on NXT. Especially with the likes of Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross made, you could say, light work of CM Punk to an extent. It was a good back and forth matchup between both men, but Kross is on a different level. And look at Triple H. He's talking some trash to CM Punk right now, saying, this is all you got? You talk all that trash just to be this? As now that swinging neck breaker there from Punk. And look at Punk trying to get in the head of the Game, Triple H here. There's not a lot of men that you can get ahead of, and especially the Game, Triple H. It's very difficult to get in his head. There's only a handful of superstars that I can think of. Randy Orton, the Dead Man, the Undertaker, and so many others. This Punk trying to get himself back in this matchup. He was rubbing it in the crowd here, as Triple H with a release front slam, taking it to CM Punk here. Both men still in phenomenal shape, especially your general manager here of NXT, the Game Triple H. And hopefully tonight they will figure out what's been going on between, both men. They figure out the stipulation and everything. And oh no. No, CM Punk, pedigree to the Game. We've seen it these last couple weeks. CM Punk hitting that, and now Punk. Is he going to get his title shot? Punk. CM Punk with the go to sleep to the Game. Is this it? 1, 2, 3. Punk gets a win over Triple H here tonight. A back and forth matchup. And that means Punk Society is still a thing. And this man CM Punk gets himself a championship opportunity whenever he pleases. That question is for CM Punk, when will that be? CM Punk with a big win over the Game Triple H here on NXT in your house. CM Punk still celebrating in the ring there. You got Ilya Dragunov, and look at Ilya Dragunov. He's absolutely happy that they won't be disbanding the Punk Society. Big win there. And, for CM Punk, the thing is, what is it going to be? When is that title opportunity going to be here? You never know. Wait, whoa, no way. CM Punk turning on Ilya Dragunov. Are you kidding me? CM Punk. You can see he's absolutely snapped, ladies and gentlemen. He wants that NXT Championship opportunity, and it seems like he's gotten it with a win over the Game Triple H. And Ilya Dragunov coming out here to support him. He's still here at ringside, still figuring that they're going to be still Punk Society members. And we are not going to be getting that anymore, it seems. CM Punk laying waste to Ilya Dragunov. Are you kidding me? Oh no. Punk here. Oh no. Punk with an elbow right to the chest there of Ilya Dragunov. And now, just for good measures, it seems. Oh my God. CM Punk has put Ilya Dragunov to sleep tonight. Punk is snapped. It seems like Karrion Kross, ladies and gentlemen, was right about CM Punk. It's always been about CM Punk. And now Ilya Dragunov is realizing that as he's been put to sleep multiple times, Ilya Dragunov was celebrating with CM Punk. And Punk must have thought, why is Ilya Dragunov with me? I mean, obviously we won't know until CM Punk addresses that situation, but you hate to see that. He brainwashed Ilya Dragunov, brainwashed Karrion Kross, and, it's Karrion Kross eventually woke up and saw, hey, Punk is not a good leader. And now Ilya Dragunov is being put to sleep right now, unfortunately. And, when he wakes up, he will figure out that he made a wrong decision. Triple H even told Karrion Kross and Ilya Dragunov it'd be a bad decision to be joining them. And, for Ilya Dragunov, Triple H even said, hey, this man has a bright future. You teaming up with CM Punk is a bad idea. And it's only brought Ilya Dragunov down. And you hate to see it. CM Punk defeats Triple H, though, in the meantime. And that gets CM Punk his title opportunity whenever he wants it. So the question is, when will CM Punk get that opportunity? As here comes the Intercontinental Champion, Karrion Kross. This man is putting his Intercontinental Championship on the line, as this is a unification matchup between the Intercontinental Championship and the North American Championship. And for this matchup tonight, Karrion Kross will be out here by himself. Scarlett was told to keep in the back just in case this match does break down between all three men, because it definitely is going to. And it's definitely going to be the doomsday for Santos Escobar and Cameron Grimes. The rivalry was simply between Santos Escobar and Cameron Grimes there for the longest time. We were supposed to see at this pay-per-view was supposed to be a championship match between both of those men, but Cameron Grimes was sick of Karrion Kross was sick of waiting around for talent to step up to him, so he decided that it was time for him to step up, and he wanted to hold 2 titles at a time. So instead of holding the Intercontinental Championship and North American, he wanted to go after the North American Championship, and so the Unified Championships will be on the line here tonight. Will Karrion Kross be your new North American champion, your new unified champion, or will Santos be able to, or will Cameron Grimes be able to? It's a big time matchup. This is your co-main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Your main event still to come between Carmelo Hayes and Bron Breakker. And it's been one heck of a night, ladies and gentlemen, from top to bottom. We've seen plenty of championship action. We've seen good back and forth action, Extreme Rules matchup between Chris Jericho and Jon Moxley. Chris Jericho defeated Jon Moxley. And then a surprise return of Bryan Danielson here in Universe Mode, coming out laying waste to Chris Jericho. William Regal would come out and say, "Hey, Chris Jericho, we laid you to waste," and He welcomed, obviously, Blackpool Combat Club with Bryan Danielson and Jon Moxley. But focusing back on this matchup here, who do you guys think is going to become the unified North American / Intercontinental Champion tonight? Will we be going straight to the moon with Cameron Grimes? Will we be going after the Lucha Libre style of Santos Escobar? Or will we be falling and praying tonight for the Intercontinental Champion, Karrion Kross? Mere moments from the start of this matchup, it's been a heck of a night. These guys are about to put on a barn burner match for sure. No disqualifications, pinfall or submission has to happen in the middle of the ring. Anything essentially mostly goes, as long as that we get that clear result in the middle of that ring. Especially in a triple threat match, anything can happen. You see two other superstars going at it. They hit their finisher. You throw the opponent that hit that finisher out of the ring, and you steal the victory. But anything is possible. It looks like Cameron Grimes is all set. I'm all set. I hope you guys are all set to watch a barn burner of a match. As there it is, the North American Championship is on the line with the Intercontinental Championship. All 3 men are ready. The referee showing that prestigious North American Championship, the Intercontinental Championship, put there at ringside. Here we go, a double title matchup here in your co-main event of the In Your House pay-per-view. Referee ringing that bell. Here we go. Triple Threat Unification match, North American Championship and Intercontinental Championship on the line at the same dang time, ladies and gentlemen. Big marquee matchup is on the slate, and it looks like Karrion Kross is already busted open, and we're not even a minute into the match. And I don't think that's something that you want to do. Piss off Karrion Kross by busting him open. There's now Santos Escobar here early. Oh, big suplex there by the Lucha Libre star. Now into the pinfall. Just going to go ahead and end that pinfall attempt. As Karrion Kross getting his butt kicked here momentarily. Oh, we'll get some double team action going on. And, I'd be very surprised if we see too many double team maneuvers in this match, especially with, Karrion Kross taking out both Santos Escobar and Cameron Grimes. But, Cameron Grimes and Santos Escobar should work together to a certain extent by taking out the most dangerous man in this matchup, and that being Karrion Kross. That's just a 1 count there from Mr. Cross. And look at, oh my God, the viciousness, the very viciousness coming there from Karrion Kross. And now he's just choking the life out of Santos Escobar. Here comes Cameron Grimes, your North American champion. Inseguri takes down Kross momentarily. And now we have ourselves a one-on-one contest. Two of the best wrestlers we have here in all of NXT going at it here. We were supposed to have this match scheduled at one time, but Karrion Kross, he had his sights on that North American Championship, and obviously he won more competition. He definitely got that. He said this current state of the NXT roster, in his words, sucks. And he wanted to just continue to rack up wins here in NXT. One of those superstars to man up and make their way, make a name for themselves if they had to. And Kross, made them look like, amateurs. Which, I mean, compared to what Karrion Kross brings to the ring, ladies and gentlemen, he's one tough SOB, and you got to be a one sadistic SOB in your own right just to try and take it to him. Look at Santos Escobar here. Here's that Lucha Libre. Oh, nice kick to the side of the skull. Takes down Kross momentarily. But just like that, Kross back up to his feet. That's just that adrenaline, ladies and gentlemen. It's a back suplex. Kross in the corner, feeling himself up here momentarily. And Santos Escobar, an evasive suplex there, takes down Karrion Kross momentarily. And Kross going to do the right thing, just roll out of the ring, get out of their way. As now Grimes, connects with a little snake eyes right to the dome of Santos Escobar. And Grimes with all the momentum here, taking it to Santos. Here we go with a pinfall. Will this be enough? Oh, it's a 1 count. As now Kross starting to get up to his feet a little bit. Grimes does not want this right now, because the most dangerous man back up in this situation. So a little bit of a submission hold here. There is a rope break, which you don't really see too many rope breaks whatsoever. It's Kross. I don't know if he wants Grimes or Escobar in that situation, but Cameron Grimes coming right after the Intercontinental Champion. Champion on champion crime here. And now Grimes coming right after the lunatic. Good idea. Escobar talking some trash to Grimes. Grimes has been on fire this last, maybe 30 seconds to a minute, if not a little bit longer. See if Escobar can get himself back in this matchup. But you see, as soon as Kross got up, Escobar changed from Grimes to Karrion Kross. And now here we go. But Karrion Kross right there to break it up. Not going to allow Santos to get pinned here. There's now Karrion Kross. A double punch to the face. And now a Cecito suplex right there to Cameron Grimes. 1, 2, 3. Karrion Kross is your new North American champion. He is officially the unified North American / Intercontinental Champion, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely crazy when you think about it. This has just been a back and forth battle all night. But right here, the ending, dropping him on his head and neck area. There's a lot of times where Karrion Kross would go for his cross jacket, but right there he saw that he had enough. Right here, perfect angle, referee right there, 2, and 3.
Here is your winner.
And now, look at that Kross is in between his eyes, that blood dripping to his eyes. This man is now the North American and Intercontinental Champion, unified here at NXT TakeOver in your house. And now it is time for your main event of the evening. Carmelo Hayes takes on Bron Breakker for the NXT Championship. We have Karrion Kross that has just won the unified North American Intercontinental Championship, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see how the future of NXT is going to be changing as tonight. So far, it's been one heck of a night. We saw your NXT Women's Tag Team titles were on the line earlier on tonight. The Iconics retained in the opening bout. We saw new Tag Team champions in that would be the grizzled young veterans at the very last second winning the championships. If any longer, that would have been broken up, but fortunately for grizzled young veterans, they are the new tag team champions. We saw the United Kingdom Championship on the line. Jordan Devlin still defeats A-Kid, so he retains his championship. Good matchup there. Mandy Rose and Saray was a good back and forth matchup. Mandy Rose able to outlast Saray. And including, we saw the return of Emma. She accompanied the Iconics in the opening bout of the evening. And we saw CM Punk. He took on Triple H. CM Punk pedigreed Triple H from the top rope, sending a message to him and then hit the go to sleep on Triple H. So CM Punk gets his NXT Championship match whenever he wants. So we are going to see how that's going to be faring for CM Punk. When is he going to want his NXT Championship match? And the big shocker afterwards is when Ilya Dragunov was, celebrating with CM Punk. CM Punk turning his back on Ilya Dragunov and hitting him go to sleep multiple times, multiple GTSs to Ilya Dragunov. And it looks like, despite that stipulation that Triple H had, still Punk Society has gone to the wayside here tonight at NXT TakeOver in your house. Also, further action on tonight, we had Grayson Waller take on Christian Cage. We saw Grayson Waller pick up the big monumental win in his career, as well as Jon Moxley lost to Chris Jericho in an Extreme Rules matchup. And Chris Jericho continues to look better and better each week here ever since joining the NXT roster. And I wouldn't be surprised if in the near future he gets an NXT championship shot. As Carmelo Hayes, the very cocky, confident young man, he has defeated Bron Breakker in singles action, and Bron Breakker has defeated Carmelo Hayes before in singles action. But the question is now, who steps up to the plate? Who gets that much-needed win in their young careers here? Does Bron Breakker retain, or do we have a change of the guard atop of the NXT mountain? And will that be the man that never misses, Carmelo Hayes? All for that prestigious NXT Championship, ladies and gentlemen. Plenty of legends have held that championship around their waist, including Robert Roode, Drew McIntyre, Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, and so many others here in NXT. Carmelo coming right after Bron Breakker here. And now, wait a minute. What's Carmelo thinking here? Oh God. Oh my God, spiking Bron Breakker on his head there. That is not going to be feeling good. But there is a rope break that saves Bron Breakker for a potential pinning situation there. Is a springboard crossbody. Carmelo Hayes looking really good early on. Bron Breakker having himself some troubles here. Oh, both men missing on potential hits there. We'll see if Bron Breakker can get himself back into this matchup here. Off the ropes and throwing him through the top rope there. And ladies and gentlemen, this is NXT TakeOver in your house. The night before the Royal Rumble, where lives will be changing forever. One man and one woman getting that opportunity to main event. WrestleMania is tomorrow night. Will we see any of these superstars in that big Royal Rumble matchup? We will have to wait and find out. It's a very stacked card from top to bottom. 14 total matches to include the Royal Rumble, and plenty of Raw and SmackDown action coming your way. It's Carmelo Hayes just going to continue to go to work. You get the strength and power against the speed and athleticism of Carmelo Hayes. And that's what it's taking it to Bron Breakker right now. Because if Bron Breakker shows you that powerful side and he gets his hands on you, it could be a very long night, a short night for sure. And this is what I'm talking about. Bron Breakker throwing him around like he's nothing. As now, wait a minute. Bron Breakker looking to go high risk here. Carmelo Hayes trying to get up to his feet. Big shoulder tackle there from Bron Breakker. Breakker needs to be very careful in those situations because it's just so close to the ring there. And now Carmelo Hayes trying to grab him in the corner. Dude, the double knees. Double knees takes down Bron Breakker. And now Bron Breakker is in trouble right now. If I was Bron Breakker, I would have absolutely stayed on Carmelo Hayes there instead of taunting and doing whatever he just did. almost losing this championship, but Bron Breakker stays in this matchup. But for how much longer is the question. Springboard crossbody missing there. We'll see if that comes to bite Carmelo Hayes in the ass. There's a big suplex there from Bron Breakker. And oh, Bron Breakker's fired up right now. You just feel the intensity change with just how Bron Breakker looks, man. This man is one of the best that we have here in NXT, and that's saying something of how stacked this roster is getting. Easy for me to say, apparently. Including the addition of Bryan Danielson here to NXT. As the rope break is costing both men key pinning situations in this match. Now Bron Breakker showing that wrestling ability, trying to take in all that air out of Carmelo Hayes. I don't blame him. This is why he's your NXT champion. He won the NXT championship in a triple threat match. As a big flying elbow there from Bron Breakker. Will that get himself to keep that championship around his waist? No, just a 1 count. It was a triple threat match between Bron Breakker, Carmelo Hayes, and CM Punk, and Bron Breakker would, at the end of that night, would walk out with the championship. Will Bron Breakker be able to continue to keep that championship around his waist? We are going to have to wait and find out. Look at that big maneuver, but another rope break costing these gentlemen big opportunities. It's now Carmelo Hayes. He's hoping he might have enough. He's going to try and turn over Bron Breakker. Here we go. Pinfall. Ooh, strong 1 count there. Bron Breakker's not going to go down without a fight, ladies and gentlemen. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Carmelo Hayes, big leg drop there on Bron Breakker. That ain't going to be feeling good whatsoever. And now to the other corner. Is he going to just go to every corner? Wait a minute, he's setting up Bron Breakker here. Here we go, leg drop. That has won Carmelo Hayes a couple matches here in Universe Mode. 1, 2, 3. Oh no! Very last possible second. 2.9, ladies and gentlemen. And Carmelo Hayes, he may be going to the well one more time. Big elbow to the lower back there. Bron Breakker is in trouble now. And a flying crossbody, that springboard crossbody. Carmelo Hayes, he literally is feeling his opportunity slipping through his hands right now. Bron Breakker, I don't know how he kicked out of that leg drop on the back of his neck, but somehow, someway, he's still in this match. As now Bron Breakker with a front suplex takedown there. Bron Breakker trying to fire himself up. He knows how big of an opportunity this is to show why he is your NXT champion for a reason. And he's currently struggling to get back into this matchup. But right here, these big devastating punches are going to slow down Carmelo Hayes. Gotta do what you gotta do, I suppose. As now, what does Bron Breakker have in store here? Driving him away from the ropes. Here we go with the pinfall. We'll see if those devastating punches are enough. Nope, just a strong 1 count. Carmelo is not going to go down without a fight. Bron Breakker trying to flex on Carmelo, and that was definitely a bad idea. Because Carmelo is not going to miss. Pinfall. 1, 2. No, 2.5. Bron Breakker stays in this matchup, but for how much longer is the question? We saw this movement earlier on in the matchup. Will we see a rope break? There is an armbar applied here. Will Bron Breakker have to tap out? He's in the center of that ring. Nowhere to go. Oh, but Carmelo letting go. Perfect opportune time to let go. Why not? Uh-oh. And now, scissors kick there from Carmelo Hayes. 1, 2, 3, and it is over. Carmelo Hayes is your new NXT champion. What a back and forth matchup, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of marquee moments in this matchup. Carmelo Hayes dominating the last, half of this match, you could say. Bron Breakker, instead of staying on Carmelo Hayes, there's moments where he'd be taunting or trying to flex on Carmelo. And when he looks back at this matchup, he's going to be saying, oh, I was, there's certain situations where I wasn't staying on Carmelo. But right now, the future has changed at the top of the mountain. Carmelo Hayes is your new NXT champion. He is the A champion now, here in all of NXT. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a terrific night And we have ourselves a new NXT champion. And that man is Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes. Congratulations on winning that NXT championship away from Bron Breakker. But you know, I just talked to WWE official Adam Pearce since Triple H is gone to sleep and everything. And I said to him, I want my NXT championship after the main event. And he made it official, so don't be celebrating too long because I'm putting you to sleep and I'm getting that championship right now. And now, wait a minute. Look at Carmelo Hayes. He's pissed off. He doesn't want this. CM Punk versus Carmelo Hayes here on NXT. All fired up here. And now, look at Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes is not backing down here. We getting ourselves Carmelo Hayes versus CM Punk right here. Adam Pearce has essentially made this official. Must be the man that's going to be taking over William Regal's spot, especially whenever Triple H is never here. Oh, super kick. You know, Punk had a hell of a back and forth matchup with the game Triple H earlier on tonight. And Carmelo Hayes here had a hell of a match with Bron Breakker. But now he's looking really good here early against CM Punk. But now, Punk now. Oh, big scoop slam, side slam, whatever. And the match technically isn't officially started yet because they have to be inside that ring. Going for that enziguri. Missing out. Oh, no, he didn't miss it that time, though. He made sure he hit it the second time. This is not where you want to be if you're Carmelo, ladies and gentlemen. And oh, wait a minute. He's trying to get a table. And I mean, officially, this is perfectly fine, I'm assuming. The referee now signaling for the bell there. So now CM Punk cannot grab that table even if he wanted to here. Oh no. Maybe he was thinking about another pedigree, but here it is. Big Hurricane Rana halfway across the ring. CM Punk may be walking out the new NXT champion if he hits this. Uh-oh. Oh, Carmelo Hayes able to reverse it. That's something that you'd be expecting at the end of the day. It looked like clearly Carmelo Hayes. Oh my God. Almost a Kinshasa maneuver there. Kinshasa almost from Carmelo Hayes. And now Carmelo here. Kick to the midsection. Here we go. Oh, the leg drop. The thing that exactly he just won the championship with. And now Carmelo Hayes looking for that. Oh, no, Punk has caught him. And now a GTS to Carmelo Hayes. Is this it? 1, 2, 3. CM Punk is your new NXT champion. You gotta be kidding me. CM Punk, ladies and gentlemen, is your new champion. I cannot believe it. To end NXT TakeOver in your house. And oh God, he's not done. This man is not done yet. He wants to send a message to this whole NXT roster. Carmelo Hayes, he won it fair and square, the NXT Championship over Bron Breakker. CM Punk gets his opportunity, and he's gonna go out with a bang tonight. CM Punk with a GTS to Carmelo Hayes to end TakeOver in your house.